All right, guys, good morning, good morning. It's Saturday morning. I gotta go to Home Depot. I gotta take care of a few little errands and stuff, you know. Not working today, but that's okay. So I saw a video yesterday that Shane over there at DLT put out. Big shout out to Shane over there at DLT, man. I love me some Shane, man. How's it going, buddy? So Shane is exactly where I was at when I was 8 years in. So you know, when he's talking about, you know, giving up the mulch and all that. Now, as long as Justin was working with him, you know, the mulch is probably pretty lucrative. But I can imagine, you know, how, you know, not lucrative, or what a headache it is if you don't have a guy like Justin out there. Not saying that D'Angelo's not a good guy, but D'Angelo's got his own gig going too, you know. So, and Justin, it takes a certain type individual, not saying it's good or bad, to do the mulch and to do it and make money at it, and not cause the owner a whole lot of headache, you know. I guess Justin fit 2 out of the 3. So, you know, we always are talking about all the time, you know, employees and how employees dictate our business, and we can't let the employees run the show and blah, 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 blah. Well, you know, that's right. You can't. And, you know, by the fact that Justin quit, which is, you know, or Justin got fired, quit, whatever happened, I don't really know. It tells you that, you know, Shane had to modify his business, and that's a good call, Shane. I don't blame you, dude. I don't blame you, man. Because at the end of the day, when I was Shane's age, and Shane's a few years younger than me, my thinking started becoming, okay, I'm getting too old to be fooling with this mulch. I'm getting too old to be fooling with all the headaches of the mulch. Because if a guy don't show up or whatever, then, you know, and plus I don't want to be doing mulch, man. It's not that lucrative when you compare it to the labor factor. So at the end of the day, you know, Shane is making a smart business move. You know, I like that, man. I think that's smart. The older we get, you know, the more I want a machine to be able to do everything. I want a machine to be able to do everything if I can, the older I get. Because if you don't kind of gear your business as you get older, gear your business toward letting a machine do the work, and you're dependent on labor, your headaches are going to be far and wide, put it that way. You know, especially when you're dependent on things as detail-oriented as the mulch is. You know, mulch work is okay, you know, but I'm not going to sign up to do 30 mulch jobs. I don't care how much it is, because I simply at the end of the day don't have time. I don't want to have time to do mulch, because mulch is just so labor intensive, you know. And just like Shane said yesterday, and this is why I'm kind of touching on the video to let Shane know, hey man, you are right where I was at. Not saying that I'm right or wrong, but I'm just saying that's what I was thinking, the same thing. I was like, man, this mulch jobs, I can make money on the mulch, but I'm really chasing the lawn care, you know, and the lawn care, mowing. Because mowing, you can do by yourself if you have to. I can do mowing by myself. Now, the accounts that I have, if I were going solo, I would simply have to drop some of them, because, or I'd be working, you know, 12 hours a day, and because my yards are kind of, you know, far away. As I built the business, I kind of took one here, took one there, and I've just created these routes. But the thing is, the employees that you have, they kind of do dictate what jobs you take on and what jobs you don't. We like to say they don't, and, you know, it sounds good, but at the end of the day, if you don't have any employees, you can't take on certain jobs and actually make money at it. You can take them on all you want, but you can't make money at it. So that's, you know, that's a big thing there. I'm trying to make this turn. And that's what I'm saying to Shane, you know, when I was 8 or 9 years, I'm 15 years in now, but when I was in about 8 or 9 years in, I was about the same age as Shane, and my body, I just started feeling all these aches and pains of my body. Plus, at the end, plus what happens, y'all, is we get smarter and smarter with our money, the money we do make. Some of the expenses that we had in the very beginning, we don't have them no more. You know, i.e., truck, mower, trailer, blah, 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 you know. And we've learned to, I don't know, make our money work more for us. Now, it still costs, but we've learned to make our money work a little bit better for us, right? We've learned, you know, what equipment we need to buy. We've learned how to keep the equipment up and running. We've learned, you know, what jobs we need to take and don't take. And see, when you're in the process of learning all of that, it costs you. It costs you money. I mean, so hats off to Shane for making that decision. Now, when it comes to getting rid of the dump trailer or not, well, I don't know about that now, but I don't think he said he was going to get rid of the dump trailer. But when it comes to, you know, moving your tools, well, that's a whole nother topic. Y'all know I'm a tool lover. And when I was 8 years in, 9 years in, like Shane is, then, you know, I didn't have the Bobcat, and I didn't have some of the other tools, and I didn't have the know-how to do a lot of the stuff that I do now, because you learn every day, but you're not learning the basics anymore. Once you get over the basics, you know, then, you know, you're much better off, you know, and it doesn't cost you as much to run, because you've done paid the price, paid the piper, paid your dues, if you will, right? So, and Shane's feeling like I was feeling. I started stepping away from the mulch, though. I put it this way, I didn't chase the mulch anymore, you know, and like I tell you guys in a lot of my videos, my equipment and my thought process and my, you know, everything that my business is about, tool-wise, labor-wise, efficiency-wise, everything, it's all about my customers. My customers. Not Judy Food that calls me once a year. I don't want to do Judy Food that calls me once a year. I don't want to, you know, especially when they are not talking about something that a machine can do. Now, you can call me, if you're my customer base and you've been, and I've been cutting your big fields and stuff 4 or 5 times a year, well, we can do that. I'll keep doing that because the machine is doing it. But you're not going to be able to call me to come up into your yard and pull weeds and do mulch beds once a year. I'm not going to let that happen. The mulch that Zach and them did yesterday, the lady pays good. She's a regular every 2-week customer of mine. She's been my customer for over 10 years. And yeah. So that tells you how I'm thinking about that. Now, that mulch job, the one other mulch job they did 2 weeks ago, and then maybe 1 or 2 more mulch jobs are all the mulch jobs that I do. You ain't gonna catch me out there doing mulch jobs, 35 or 40 mulch jobs. And to be honest with you, if the mulch jobs get above, you know, 8 or 9 yards of mulch, I don't want to do it either. I don't want to, man, because I'm not going to be physically doing it anyway, okay? If I can't make money on it, then I'm not going to do it. If I can't buy the mulch myself from my supplier, then I'm not going to do the mulch job either. See, a lot of these customers say, okay, well, I'll order the bags and I'll have them delivered here, and you know how much you charge to spread them. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I think I got one customer that does about 50 bags a year, but he pays top dollar. Whatever he charged for whatever he paid for the bags of mulch is what I charge to spread them. And then I got a cleanup bed fee. And then I got, you know, so a 50 bag mulch job, you know, it's going to cost them a few $100s. It is. But I got to be able to do it in the scope of me doing the yard. And I shy away from that because I like to be able to buy the mulch myself, because I can buy it for pennies on the dollar. Like I said in my video, the mulch that I buy is under $30 a yard, okay? So I think I'm paying $26, $27 a yard. And if I buy a bunch, they'll throw me a half a bucket extra and stuff. So, you know, a half a yard extra. And hey, man, I'm with that, man. Because then I can order, you know, 4.5 to 5 yards and end up with 6 yards on the trailer. Because it's not an exact measurement, you know. So if the guy goes in there and gets a big heaping bucket, you know, but you got to have the ability to haul it. And well, my dump trailer can be used for a lot of other stuff too in the lawn care landscape business. So though I don't do a lot of mulch, I can, and I don't do much work, me personally, physically, myself, that requires that kind of labor. Now I'll let Bo and Zach and you know, whoever, if they want to do these yards, but I know their limitations. I'm not going to set them up on an 18-yard mulch job. No, man, I'm not even going to take that on, because it's just too much trouble. It's easier to make. There's easier ways to make money, and as Shane is showing you guys, there's easier ways to make money than doing mulch. But yeah, y'all, I don't blame Shane, man. I ain't mad at him at all, man. I don't blame you. Get out of that crap, dude. Now, I don't know if I sell my dump trailer, but I don't think you said you were going to sell the dump trailer. The dump trailer is worth keeping for a lot of stuff. It has a lot of uses. Now, you know, unless you just need the money. But I think mowing, for guys that are, you know, 45 or older, if they're solo, mowing is the only way to go. Because you're going to see that being solo, the mulch jobs, and there's just not enough time to do a lot, because the mulch job's going to suck your time up, and they don't let no rain hit or anything, you know, outside of what, you know, is normal. So kudos to you, Shane. I don't blame you. Get away from that crap, man. You know. But you know, but our employees that we have directly, I'm sure, and I don't know for sure, I'm sure that if Justin were happy and still working for Shane, that Shane would still be doing the mulch. You have to kind of modify your business as you evolve. I'm sure if Justin were happy and still around and eager to do the mulch jobs, that, you know, that Shane would still be doing them, or be more apt to doing them, you know. And I don't know what the falling out was and all, you know. Justin was so good at that, and you could leave him alone at that, that you could, you know, just about sub it out to him, you know, but that's a lot of trouble too. So, you know, that's basically what I do when we do mulch jobs, and we don't do big ones. I refuse to do anything more than one dump trailer load of mulch. I don't do. I mean, I really try not to do. And I only do like 3 or 4 a year. So, but it's got to be my regular customer. It's got to be a customer that knows me. It's got to be a customer that ain't gonna balk at my number, because my number is gonna be kind of high, $120, $130, $140 a yard installed. So, you know, some of these customers, some of these newer customers that don't know me, they'll balk at that, you know. But my customers that know me they know that I'm not out to rip them off, but they also know that I got to I'm out here earning a living, and they also know that I'm accountable to whatever happens on the jobs, mulch jobs. And I spray the beds too. The spray costs me nothing, man. The spray ain't, you know, it don't cost me anything hardly. It's pennies on the dollar, man. So yeah. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to do a little video this morning. Shout out to to Shane over there and Sarah. Sarah's part of the team over there at the DLT, and I think that's a great business move, man. Then you can focus on more yards. Like you said, if you can do 40, 50 yards a week, you can make a damn good living. And if you don't have to worry about mulching stuff, you can focus even more on mowing and routing and density and everything. That mulch, man, throws the game off if you're you know, just trying to do mulch. So anyway, all right, y'all, I gotta pick up this check from this customer. Peace out.